Brothers, welcome back to Territorial IO. We're starting off today here in a 20-person free-for-all battle here in South America. We'll pick the West because everyone's kind of focusing on the East a little bit too much. And this is kind of like Peru is typically over kind of looked in these situations. So I think it's a pretty good spot in South America. I haven't found like the golden ticket spot. That's for sure. It's a very mixed mash group of what is going to be a good spot and what's going to be a bad spot in every game. But I think we have a nice little lead in for us right here. So we will just kind of go through our casual growth pattern. Now the congestion of bots it's a medium level. So we can definitely get around. I don't know if I want to go now. We are kind of running out of room, but I don't. Yeah, let's just go. It'll be fine. We'll fix it in post. But let's just expand as much as we can. I didn't want to get cut off by the bots. I think it was the right move because we definitely got a little bit more than we probably deserved there. And now we just kind of clean up the bots as best we can. Not really pushing towards any direction, just trying to get as big as possible. I don't really think it's possible to cut off a lot of the bots behind me other than the southern player, and we've already kind of accomplished that. So he can't really get behind us. We can push for player 86 because he's a little bit on the weak side, but ultimately we're not going to be getting a ton of bots. We can cut him off there, save ourselves 3 bots for later, and now just kind of push out at whim and figure out our lives beyond that. Now 86 is very weak. We're not going to take the bait and fighting him right away. We'll save him for later. Much more valuable to get the bots in these moments. As you can see, his numbers are a little bit deceptive. He has 24,000, so glad we didn't pick a fight with him. And now we just save. Not necessarily the best spot. We're 2, but we're right next to 1 on the leaderboard. So that's going to be a little bit rough situation. We are getting some alliances, so we'll take one with Valkyrie. Not sure about Small Bob for right now. Don't really want to ally with the Crown, but I guess we will. And the reason for that being is just because if we might encourage him to attack somebody else thinking he has a safe bastion down south. Speaking of the South is kind of collapsing right now. Holy cow. Lots of weak players. We would like to get up to our red entrance before we engage anybody, but the South would be a great spot to be looking for us. Now, Small Bob will pose a little bit of a threat as much as we were kind of thinking about counterbalancing him. He might counterbalance us and attack us if we do a move too quickly. But for now, pretty content to just be saving up. Again, would love to get down there, though. Goodness gracious. We would have to go through this pink bot, or we could potentially boat. But boat's risky because there's full sins. That is an interesting question. I don't think it's one we need to dive in right now, but the South... Okay, I like Mr. Pink Boy attacking the Crown. In fact, what if we did boat? What if we just got a boat down there? Oh, Pink is kind of getting attacked himself. Interesting. I'm still going to deliver this boat. I'm not the biggest fan of boating in this scenario, but the Crown is pretty weak. We'll just go ahead and attack this guy in the meantime. If I can land this boat, get any kind of a presence there, I can definitely make my presence known even more. In fact, let's just attack this guy. I think this is the play. We're right at our red interest. We're going to ignore the pink guy for the most part. We will get a little bit of an attack in there, but much more valuable to attack the former Crown down here, who only has 300,000. In fact, we get the Crown. Now, it does split our borders a little bit and gives us long borders north and south. I think it'll be fine in South America. Typically a bad move to go all the way either north or south or east or west, depending on the map. Basically, you don't want to be the length of the map because you just have a ton of people you border. I think that was a move if we didn't do, somebody else was going to do, and we're the stronger for it. So I think we're fine for the time being. But again, playing a risky game here, boarding just about every player on the board -4. So that's rough. Let's just try and simplify our borders here a little bit by knocking off this guy. Shouldn't take more than 1 attack. And honestly, I think about attacking Simple Bob in this moment might be the play, especially while I was a little bit weak. If people let me get away with this could be the victory for me. I think we take advantage of this right now while Valkyrie and the friend or Fulson guy is a little bit distracted. Maybe we can get something out of this. If we can get him down before anybody attacks us, we have a shot at winning this. But if everyone unifies their numbers, we're screwed. There's no real way around that, right? So, keeping an eye on down south for Kelvin to try and boat in. Otherwise, we just keep pushing this until someone tells us we have to stop. I think this is still a good move. There's Valkyrie turning on us. A little bit unfortunate there. That's a lot of heat that we have. Oh, just keep pushing against you. Give him the broken heart. I'm sorry. Oh, you broke my heart. You hurt my feelings. Just keep pushing down this guy. There's him involved fighting me. That's not good. Okay, so that's another iron on the fire. A little bit rough scenario, and this is why you really don't want to go east or north and south. Try and get an alliance with Kelvin. If Kelvin will ally with us, we can fight the guy and knock him. Oh, frick. We got borders with Frender Fulsend. He's definitely going to attack us. Just keep focusing on Bob for the time being. Yeah, there's Frender Fulsend in on us. I meant to boat at this point, but I got busy yapping. You know how it be sometimes. And we are just getting absolutely bullied here. This is not this is not good. I was hoping Calvin would fight somebody, but he did not. At least we got a player off the board. And now I think, even though it's bad, it's not as bad as it could be. So we're going to fight Valkyrie down. We're going to basically abandon our position in the south. Knock down Valkyrie as much as we can. Tank the attacks from the other two players. Has kind of stopped attacking me, and I know it's a little bit phonetically frustrating to just have to call that guy what he is. But we'll just keep knocking this guy down, Valkyrie. And while the other ones are ignoring us, we're pretty good. And I'm going to start knocking this guy down because he's over-attacking ever so slightly. And honestly, I don't want more borders with you. Actually, I probably should just fight you. In all honesty, Valkyrie's left to become a bot, so you're my new priority target. And I imagine you're the most tasty target for everyone remaining on the board to also want to get involved with. So if we can knock this guy down a little bit, we're in a good spot. Now, Kelvin and the TR player are both fighting each other, so they might be distracted. So I like this move even more. We might have lucked out of this just by people not attacking us. They kind of got scared when Valkyrie left, and Frender Fulsend has stopped attacking me. Never mind, he's still attacking me, but his attacks we can tank for the time being, and we can just knock down this guy. Valkyrie leaving, I think, was a little bit premature. I definitely think they could have all gotten me down, but we'll take what we get here. Actually, I don't know, because I was about to get kicked out of the southern part of South America in Argentina and southern Chile. So with that being said, I think I could have probably taken Valkyrie and Frender Fulsend, but either way, it doesn't really matter here, as we can knock through the rest of this guy. We don't have to really worry about bordering Kelvin in this moment, although we're about to be done because our little red compadre has blocked the way for us, which is fine. Temporary distraction. We'll just knock you down. In fact, actually, you just reopened the border for us and went very heavy on another person, so we will just knock you completely off the board, simplify our borders, and also simultaneously attack Frender Fulsend. Ouchies, that was a Fulsend. Who would have predicted that? Well, now we are in a great spot to win the game. The victory is assured. I will give an alliance to our little friend down there and just knock off the rest of Valkyrie here as we prance our way to a victory. One maybe we didn't deserve, but you know, you stick with it. You never know what's going to happen. So GG's to all involved, and we'll let our buddies know if we're going for peace, and of course a kissy face for the boys, and we will go on to the next game. All right, next game up is going to be a 36-player teams battle here in Europe. We are on the red team, putting our marker down in Africa, trying to bring some boys down the south. And hey, we got one. That works. Okay, I was thinking about moving up to northern Russia, but now that we have 4 players, life is looking pretty good right now. So we stick here. Ooh, as long as nobody spawned in that bottom left corner, we are on a good roll. Nobody did. Okay, so our mission critical role here is blocking the Scion player from to our right and the Magenta player to our north from being able to go into that bottom left corner. We need that for us. So we need to mission critical, get as big as possible, block those 2 players from having any kind of expansion route into that area. Make sure it's all ours, and we will get the land. So we're going right now entering the infinite growth phase. Let's just keep going, see how big we can get. We've blocked the Scion player from being able to go really into the corner. We'll have the head advantage on him because he has to clear through bots, and obviously we have free land to go into. And now we just push into the bots that will secure our corner from the UA redacted guy, and then we just kind of target the bots that they can target. Grab that one and really push over here to make sure redacted has no chance of going through. We could kind of ignore the Magenta bots for right now, but let's just push through, and perfect, we have the corner. That's great for us. And now we can just hit these bots at our leisure, knock them down whenever we feel like it. Grab that bot, and now we have a very strong position. Our teammates also got off to good starts, which is great. We have firm control over Africa. Now, our occupation percentage team-wise is not as impressive as the black team, but they look a little bit divided. I definitely know they have some players up in northern Russia as well that probably did well. Ooh, How can we? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, black is very divided. That's good. We just save up for our red interest for right now. I was thinking about doing some exploratory boating. Actually, you are very weak. Can I get a boat there? Yeah, we send a boat up there just in case. Hey, you full sent. Now, he full boated. Keep that in mind. That boat's going to come back to bite us later on. But we can get to France. That secures a lot of our problems. And we can also help one of our big teammates in Aro, who's a little bit on the weak side in terms of troops, potentially defend. This is a lot of land up for grabs right now. And right now, the only team that can grab it is ours. So let's establish our presence nice and heavy and grab all of this land and make sure that we have that strong presence. Looks like Snickle also boated up here as well. So Red's doing really well on this front. And we just need to kind of clear out the land behind us. But priority number one is saving, because Aro is very weak. And he is technically our frontline player. Jesus is also a little bit on the weak side. Buddy, you have got to stop. You got to look at the rest of the board. So you have a guy with 1 million troops on your borders. Slow your roll. The land is not going to matter if you can't hold it. I don't like this guy advancing either, but I can kind of see his point a little bit more than I can see Aro's. It's a little bit rough. We might need to donate more than we need to advance ourselves. It's a tough kind of pill to swallow here. But our teammates have played recklessly up to this point. Aro is getting attacked. We can definitely slow down this attack, though. This guy's got direct borders. But we can't do anything about the UZB Empire guy attacking. That's unfortunate. And honestly, there's not a lot to save. The guy didn't save any of his troops. He just kept expanding. So that's kind of, what are you going to do with that? You're going to pump troops into a losing cause, or are you just going to take the land you can get and be ready for the fight when it comes to you? And I'm going to take the latter option. I think it's a little bit better for us. As we are relatively close to our red interest, we can knock down this one Scion player here. We are the crown. There's that guy full boating into us again that we knew was going to happen. Fortunately, it didn't affect us too much. And now we can grab the rest of Great Britain. And where do we want to push from here? Honestly, kind of thinking about the player on the white team. He's so weak. He's second place right now. This is a tough position. I do like saving, but I also know I need to probably strike UZB. Although, we should. I was thinking about not, but honestly, we should knock down. We should do some sound principles, knock down this guy. It'll also support our neighbor to the north on our team. So we will just keep knocking down the strongest opponent. Use white as a little bit of a buffer here to avoid the player on the black team in Turkey area, the Middle East. Just keep knocking this guy down. The longer that we don't have borders with the black team, the better for us. And the white player might full send in our favor. So let's just keep that in mind as we just continue to keep knocking you down. Here comes the real big threat, though. Yeah, he's getting absolutely donated to. We need to grab this land and take on the next big fight, which is this guy. He is by far and away in second place. Let's hit him early and just keep him weak as much as we can. Now, unfortunately, our teammate to the north is dug a little bit too deeply, too greedily. So he got full sent too. So that's rough. There's not a lot I can do about that, but this is the big threat. If we don't address this threat, we kind of lose the game. Can't get sentimental about teammates in this moment. We just got to push for the victory here and make sure our team stays ahead on the leaderboard. Now, we can potentially come to his defense. We're fighting one of the guys who's attacking him, at least the biggest threat. So we can knock you down who's over attacked. That's for sure. And we can knock down the Islamic guy above him who's also over attacked and just really secure our victory here, protecting him, our buddy, who still has a little bit of a presence there in the Nordic lands. So huzzah, we have knocked this man down. Great news for us. Get you out of here again, buddy. All right, let's just grab these boats. Just clear this out. There we go. Okay, he's done. No more of that. Now we just bring the boats back and continue to fight this guy. So that was a little bit of a scary game. You can see how much, if I wish you could show you this game with like Aro, if he had saved, how much easier it would have been, because he would have just had me as a donator. But you can't really donate to a losing cause in these games, especially while you're ready and willing and able to take the charge afterwards. But that is going to do it for today. So as we do start to wrap things up, just want to say thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you made this far in the video. If you have made this far in the video, hey, give it a thumbs up. Really helps out a lot. If you're new around here, subscribe for more. Put up videos 6 days a week. But for now, boys, I will see you in the next one.